Just before I end, just some interesting statistics about the global market. And these are 2011 figures. I haven't updated this yet. It's difficult for me from working for a university to get the actual information. Conventional crop protection in 2011 had a value of 44, what is that, billion?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, 44 billion, yes.
Billion, and it increased from the previous year. Then your non-agriculture market, that's the nurseries and the home situations, home gardens, golf courses, etc. 6.2 billion or 6.3. So it's a huge market, $50 billion per year. It's probably more than that now. We're 4 years down the line. And then I've just listed some of the drivers of the crop protection market and things that will influence companies to produce more, to develop more, or then farmers or other people to use these particular compounds. And they also list political upheavals, because when there's instability, then the agriculturalists influence and farmers won't buy products to spray.
I've argued that as food becomes more scarce, the price of products goes up, and the tendency to spray, whether it's required or effective or not, will increase.
It will. It certainly does. In our country, that's the way it happens.
Yeah.
Farmers generally don't want to take the responsibility to make the decision. They say, okay, I'll spray and carry the cost. That's fine. Get it over and done with. If we look at the different products, you can see herbicide is the most important chemical, then followed by insecticides and fungicides, both 26%, and then a few others, very small sector there. If we look at the crops, the purple one would be fruit and vegetables. The green one, cereals, including all the cereals, and then maize, soybean, what is that, rapeseed, canola, cotton, and a few others. So again, just a few groups taking up all the chemicals. Where in the world are these products applied? Latin America, Asia, Europe, and the USA. So basically all over the world. Middle East and Africa is only a small market for these products. I'll just end with a few nice pictures of what crop sprayers can look like if you used a backpack sprayer. This is what some people use. And then of course there are many other different applicators. A very efficient system is the air sleeve sprayer. It forces the droplets into the dense canopies, and they are very small droplets, and they use low volumes per hectare. You don't have to refill that often. And a few others, if you go to the orchard crops and the vines, a lot of technology and a lot of developments going into the actual application, all done by engineers, not pathologists. I just copied a few pages from a recent book, Fungicides in Field Crops, published by APS. You can read these in your own time. They don't give the actual compounds, because obviously we don't know what's registered where, but they have some useful information in relation to the different small grain diseases, whether it's possible to control and what approach you should take to get them fixed in the short term. And they have the rust down there. And they say stem rust is currently rare in North America, but leaf rust and stripe rust can be problematic, etc., etc. And they've got the crops and the pathogens. And some more of the leaf spots and the viruses, and just the references I used. Yeah, so that's it. That's the end of my story.